Hi everyone, I hope you are all well. Welcome to your November tarot and astrology with me, Nikki. So guys, not long till Christmas. Hope you guys are all waiting with heated breath till Christmas. You know, November's a time where things start to come out onto the surface. We are in Scorpio season and then we enter Sagittarius season. Again, I personally feel that November is Scorpio season, okay? And Saggy is December, but you know, we're all going to be on the cusp of Sagittarius anyway. But regardless, we are in eclipse season. We have that's one of the major energies of this month is we have the full moon, so lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is 16 degrees, which is going to be all the signs, like all the fixed signs, like Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leos. You'll definitely be feeling this. And we also have a new moon in Sagittarius, which is the very early degree. So all the mutable signs are going to be getting hit as well. We also have Mercury and Venus going into Sagittarius. So it does feel like things are going to be a bit more light, a little bit more light-hearted, just a little. Because it's like the holidays, especially for my American listeners, my views, and people start to like wrap a lot of things up. You know, rushing out, going out, buying presents and meeting up with friends, making new friends. This feels very much like a party time. So I've picked out some oracle cards for this month. And so the tarot cards that I've pulled, they're more or less star sign cards, guys. It's a mixture of star signs and planets. So the three cards that I have pulled out is Gemini. Wow, it's a Gemini card. Libra, oh my dear, and also Earth. Now what these cards are pertaining to show me is that because we have two ear cards, there's going to be a lot of chitter-chatter. And let's not forget, during this time in November, I'm sure I have a big inkling that Mars is going to be catching up or opposing or squaring as well. So there can be some tension that comes. But the first card with Gemini is of, again, lots of going out, communication, sharing ideas. I feel that the internet, things that are concerning social media or like the mass media is going to be very, there's going to be a lot of, I don't know if it's going to be talks or discussions or changes that's going to be coming, but the media, it feels like this month in November, it's going to be playing big time. It could be to do with also, yeah, it just feels, yeah, that's the energy I'm picking up with the Gemini cards. Siblings also, like people that are in close proximity to you, could be also be playing a huge role this month. You know, going out with your siblings or talking more to like your neighbors, thinking of doing some short distance travel. And you know, and also I'm picking up the voice, like the actual vocal cords, just taking care of that, drinking honey, because November is like party season. Even though it's Scorpio season, we are also easing into Sagittarius season. So, you know, if you're going out, there could be a lot of loud talking. So, yeah, I just visioned honey, like taking honey and lemon for your throat, just to protect your voice, because the hands and the voice is going to be very, very busy. and they may not feel it's going to be a lot of downtime. Speaking of that, we have the Libra card, and Libra is also to do with communication and being around people, partnerships, also relationships. Libra also rules, especially it's a number 7 card, and Libra rules the 7th house as well. It's funny because Gemini rules the 3rd, Libra rules the 7th, and the 7 is in numerology. It is the number of going within. It's a Neptune number, and I'm picking up talking with people, communicating with people, socializing, and talking about subjects that are connected to like a tarot, astrology. Of course, we're going to be trying to seek balance, which may not be easy because of the busyness that's going to be happening in November. But still, we can, some of you could actually find your tribe, find that personal people that you can actually connect with and talk about subjects, talk about things that people may not be seen to be interested in. So it's really great to spark up conversations with people, and also dressing different. I can see wearing a lot more makeup, changing up the hair, really taking care of our appearance as well. And because I'm picking up party time, party season, going out there and having fun, but also having deep, meaningful conversations. Our relationships are also going to be playing it may be taking center stage this month too. Discussions about our relationships with people, could be business or personal, and the discussions could be many things. Moving on to the next level about anything, or just easing out any craziness that's happening. The last card we got is Earth, and Earth is all the Earth signs. So there could be a time this month that we will be brought down to Earth with a bang, or we'll be seeking to be brought down to Earth. So it feels like it's two things, and it's actually I feel it's actually a great thing because we're coming from air to earth, and air is very airy. It's not very emotional, but earth is like grounding. So there's many ways that we can actually ground ourselves this month, or trying to ground ourselves this month through, you know me guys, I love being around greenery, the parks, especially when I'm not working. I like to walk, so walking is really great. That's a theme of grounding, and spending time with yourself, spending time trying to chill and connecting, taking things a little bit slow as well. This card actually feels more like it's easing towards like mid-month. We have a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is Earth, but it does have energies that is with Uranus. So although we may be seeking to be grounded and letting go of anything to do with that in the material, things can definitely be brought up into the air or into the ethers. So the Earth comes at the right time this month, because it's going to also remind us and sometimes stop us in our tracks if we find that we're just going too far. So yes, a busy time, guys, but also a time that we are going to be brought down to earth with a multitude of things. Okay, so that is the general message for the collective. And now let's go to the tarot. Aries, how are you? So Aries, a lot of the energy in November is going to be in your 9th house. Yes, because we're going from the 8th going into the 9th. So a time of learning, lots of learning, Aries, lots of like a huge sense of passion for learning, any type of high learning. Some of you may have, especially going into like Scorpio, going from Scorpio to Sagittarius season. We are, we come from the full moon, which was in your sign, and we are now moving into a different space. We have Jupiter, which is going back into your sign next month in December. So why not do what we need to do now? Why not dig out those books and learn a new language? Why not, I know it might sound controversial, quit your job and train or retrain to be a teacher, or, travel the world. Your mind can feel very expansive right now, especially with Jupiter going in, even though it's in your 12th house, it is making things introspective about what you can do when it goes into your first. And we've got a lot of energies that's in Sagittarius this month. And, you could be seeing a lot of visions, a lot of dreams coming up, which may scare some of you, may shock some of you, but it's showing you that, the world is definitely going to be your oyster. Okay, with Mercury there, especially with Venus there as well. If any of you who are single, you could meet someone who can really help you, they could show you, that you could learn from them. Because you're a sign, you're about exploring the world, and this is a great time to be exploring. We've got the solar eclipse, which I'm going to do a full video on, which is in your 12th house. No, sorry, it's in your 2nd house of money. So there's going to be a huge release. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse in Taurus, about a release about any money, funds, to do with like your self-worth, things that you are bound and chained to. So quite a busy time for a lot of you. So the cards that I have for you, Aries, is the 2 of Pentacles with the Aries card. So if we're going through like the whole energy of this month with your learning, and you doing some like learning with the spiritual aspects as well, and releasing and letting go of anything to do with undoing, we are also starting something brand new. Your mind's definitely going to be on fire, but you could be in 2 minds about things as well. If things are presented to you this month, Aries, really take your time, because this month is not a month where you're going to be slowing down anytime soon. It feels like you want to get the ball rolling, but there's 2 things that are coming up. So you have major decisions to be making, but I feel once you're going to make those decisions, you're going to fly. You're going to fly high into the sky. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is going to be very strong this month, Aries. I know some of you may not want to hear that. Some of you may want to think, yeah, I listen to that intuition anyway, but it's mostly like your heart or your head speaking. But once you have that down time, I feel it's when you're sleeping, because the dreams are going to be pretty powerful. If you are stuck in any way, or if you are indecisive in any way, your dreams can actually give you those answers that you're seeking. So the Aries card is number 1 card. And number 1 is into tarot, the Magician. So again, the mind is definitely on fire. I do see a lot of you Aries, some of you really getting back to basics in terms of learning for your better good, for your higher self. And even with the 2 of Pentacles is, again, there's confusion, but, if you pick right, you can probably merge these 2 energies together as well. So it is a very busy month for a lot of you Aries, but I'm sure that you're going to be enjoying it as well. Hello Taurus, how are you? And welcome to your November 2022. So it's a busy month for you Taurus. Star of the show, really star of the show. We have the lunar eclipse, which is in your 1st house. And, I thought, I was going to say that, I might even say this again in November, but, you Tauruses have been through the mile, and there may be this month that you guys are going to be probably like doing that whole looking back and seeing how far you've come, but that also may be in December as well. So this lunar eclipse is still you're going through that journey which started off with, especially the nodes being in your sign. The energies this month is to do with your 8th house, which is about money, shared resources, debts, loans, an emotional time. But still, you are still like the star of the show as well. And a lot of the energies, that's because you know you're ruled by Venus, and we've got Sagittarius and Venus. You are going to be, I feel a lot of you are going to be paying off a lot of debts. I feel your debts are now finished. I feel and it could be a karmatic debt. It could be a debt that you're paying off financially, but also a debt to yourself and to someone. It feels like this month energy is shredded, energy is cleared, but you still have to, there's still some emotional stuff that is coming up, and that also may be to do with the eclipse, the lunar eclipse that is in your sign. In a way, it also is that you guys may be seeing some brand new beginnings happening too. And with Mercury being in your 8th as well, your mind is more or less like, it's not going to be, well, it's not going to be, it's going to be trying not to hold on to any old or outdated things and traumas, and all, especially working through your traumas as well. Some of you said Tauruses might be very shocked by how fast life is changing and how fast things are changing within your life. So I'm going to be doing a full video on the lunar eclipse in your sign, and also the new moon in Sagittarius in your 8th house in your sign too. So the card you got is the 6 of Cups with the Taurus card. You know, you really couldn't make this up. So again, you're the star of the show, but you're also revitalizing yourself in some shape or form. And it's more or less all what I said, especially the 6 of Cups as well. This is a card of nostalgic. This is a card of looking back to the past. This is a card of, again, you know, I feel with you Tauruses, instead of you looking at things that really hurt you, it's now like you can look at some of the good things as well. There could be some friends that come. There could be some new people that friends, or even new people that come into your life now. And a huge dissolvement of people or places or things that you no longer need. And you may not have to do anything now, Tauruses. It's just going to be really dissolving. And yes, it will be because of the lunar eclipse in your sign, but also it's because of what you're working with in an emotional way, in a life sense way, in a life-changing way. And you may see people from your past this month, Taurus. You may see a lot of people. I feel that this month, in November and December, you're going to start, you know, not only are people going to be coming back, but also past themes and past thoughts will be coming up. And I feel you're going to be looking at it very differently, very differently. And, you know, you're very different to Scorpio. Like, I feel even though you and Scorpio are very similar, like you do hold on. I feel that Tauruses, they, and also you both hold grudges. This is a general, so don't get crazy, guys. But I feel that with you, you know how to work through it much more. Like you keep busy, like you stick to like the goal, you stick to the aim. Yes, you're very sensitive and you're very emotional, but it's just in a different way. And I feel that if anything did hurt you, Taurus, especially to do with the past, or you're holding on to anything that hurt you, you are now going to see that, you know, there was other great aspects to it. It wasn't just all bad. So it's actually a great thing because you are changing. You know, Uranus being in your sign, you're shedding, you are changing. So very much a life-changing month for a lot of you Taurus. It's emotional, but also very much life-changing. And it's also great that things are, you know, there's things that you had to pay off. It's now coming to an end. And there's also things that you're going to see brand new coming. Okay. Hello, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Gemini, I'm so sorry. Obviously, your opposite is Sagittarius. So Gemini, this is in your 7th house. Now we have Mars, which is in your sign. So it's going to be, you know, I have a feeling, an inkling that we're going to be visiting Mars this month, especially when Sagittarius is in full bloom. So lots to do with relationships, lots to do with people, partnerships, business and contracts as well. And a lot of energies in Sagittarius this month, where it's Venus and also Mercury. So the mind is on partnerships, mind is on relationships. There could be a lot of signing of contracts, beginning new contracts. Some of you could be doing certain things to do with like a home business or even a business. Lots of communication, lots to do with your relationships. You could be starting something brand new, something fresh. You could also be working on yourself physically as well. And your career is definitely highlighted as well. I feel a lot of you Sagittarians, Geminis, your career is highlighted in a huge way. And, you know, there could be an expansion that goes with that too. You could be changing a job, revisiting things within your job. There could be lots of discussions, promotions with your boss. And also there could be changes with people that you work with too. So a busy month. Yes, there can be some craziness that happens. There could be some drama. There could be some arguments. It really does depend on what's going on in your life now, Gemini. As you know, this is a general. But again, it's a busy month, busy month. You guys are going to be feeling the intensity, especially with the eclipse that is happening within your 12th house as well. So the card you have is Saturn with the Hermit. So even though it's a busy month astrologically, the tarot cards are saying a very different story. A different story, but still it can really help you. So Saturn is the Lord of Karma. It's ruled by Capricorn, and it was traditionally ruled by Aquarius. So for you, even though on the surface things are going to be very busy, you know, to do with your relationships and your career, and also things to do with yourself, there's a serious element that's going to be happening. I feel that in your partnerships especially, you know, there may be a, you know, let's like a talk of commitment in a way. If things are very just, you know, breezy, there may be a time that some of you may have to get very serious. And also to do with, also it's not just your relationships, it's being serious in your job, being serious in your career. If you're just doing things just for the fun of it, or just, you know, because you just want to earn money, I feel that things may turn in a way. It's either you're going to leave or you're going to really either climb that career ladder, but just take things seriously now. Like, take your job seriously, but not yourself. But it's also, if some of you are working for yourself, you got your home business, you could be sorting out a lot of papers now, getting things on track, getting things on point. With Mars being in your first house, Gemini, it's making things very intense for you. Things are very hot and heavy. And a lot of you are, you know, shining, and especially until next year. So taking things much more seriously now. And, you know, if you feel that you need to hire certain people, whether it's a lawyer, excuse me, whether it's a lawyer, someone that can actually help you, whether it's a PR, PA person, this month I feel now is the time to do it. Saturn is, this card of Saturn is like, you know, you're having a bit of a reawakening now to things that you didn't take seriously. Now it's time to take it seriously. And even with the Hermit card as well, it's about going within. It's about stopping in your tracks, not breezing through anything. It's like, you know, really reading through things slowly, not rushing, taking that time and space to yourself, because I feel some of you will be needing it. If you feel that you can't, you're one of those Geminis that don't like to be by themselves, I feel that there is a time where you're going to not even like have to, but just like there's going to be a time where being by yourself is going to be of great importance, because that's when we can think properly and slow down more. So it's very much a busy time, but a time of making major decisions that's going to be benefiting you, especially because Mars is in your sign. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your November. So, Cancer, a lot of this energy is in your 6th house of health, wealth, routines, pets, your work as well. So things feels like it's becoming a bit more serious for a lot of you Cancers. And, you know, you got this eclipse that's in your 11th house of friends. So there could be a dissolvement of that. But also, you know, again, a restructuring. And also with your goals as well. And also, you know, we have a lot of energy in Sagittarius with the new moon, Mercury, and also Venus. So some of you could be finding love in the job, or actually falling in love with a project that you thought was really mundane and boring. It could be, and also this is to do with money that you are earning through the work that you're doing. So money could flow. You know, we're entering Sagittarius season, so money could really flow. And a lot of this is also to do with your, you know, your work life and your health and wellness. So some of you may be deciding to start to get a bit more healthier now. Like, you know, starting to work out, starting to, you know, but we have to be mindful because, you know, with Mars being in your 12th house, you don't want to push yourself too much. You want to take things a little bit slow. So this is a great month to be learning about what you want to do. It could be higher learning. It could be researching, reading up a lot on things, what you want to do, like taking care of yourself, like in a general sphere. And yeah, a lot of you Cancers, I feel, are going to be trying to be at your best, like taking care of, like, especially like the mental health as well, doing some spiritual work, spiritual cleansing, spiritual baths. This is a great time to be doing that. And yeah, there's a lot of that happening, but I will be doing like videos on like the moon and the lunar eclipse, so really listen out for that. But when we come to your cards, Cancers, you have the Sun card with the Queen of Wands. So these cards, and it will also go with the whole energy of the whole of the 6th house for this month, is you are, my dear Cancers, you know, I'm feeling some of you Cancers are just wanting to just relax and chill. You know, if you are working hard this month, you may want to like take like an early holiday. Yeah, you may want to take like or thinking of taking like an earlier holiday, because, you know, anytime like a moon, you know, you're ruled by the moon. Anytime it hits you, it's like your energy tends to change. So you may want to take like a, you know, have your Christmas or your holiday just a little bit early this month. And why not? Okay, why not? So with the Queen of Wands, with the Sun card, it's like a lot of fiery energy. So this is showing me you're really fired up to restructure things. You're really fired up to complete projects. You're really fired up to do things that, you know, you've left or you're even thought about doing. And also, even with that, the Queen of Wands is like, she's showing that things are coming into full fruition, especially if you are one of those Cancers that are very ambitious. So it's a new start that's definitely happening, especially with the Sun card. A lot of new starts happening, and something to do, it could be something to do with, like, something to do with creativity, something to definitely to do something spiritual, I feel, and having like a sense of renewed passion in your goals, having this new sense of passion with getting the work done, turning up for your job, because this is about routines. So, you know, you're starting like new routines this month, that you may be getting up earlier. You may be working, like you may be eating healthier. You may be just really organizing yourself, organizing your clothes, organizing what you're eating. This month is a whole brand new organization. But also this month, I don't feel your energy is lacking. I feel it's actually going to be heightened and brightened, especially with this Sun card as well. This Sun card is the sign of Leo. Is also a sign of energy and also vitality. So yeah, and also you might feel, I feel a lot of you are maybe feeling very ambitious as well this month, like, you know, especially if you've fallen back in love with something, a project, it could be anything. It's like, okay, I really I'm ready for this. I'm really going to be doing this. Let's just do it. You're not going to really be in two minds about anything. So we could see a different side to Cancers this month, like bam. So good for you, Cancers. And I'll speak to you soon. Hello, Leo. How are you? And welcome to your November 2022. And for you, Leo, a lot of this energy is in your actual house, the 5th house, the house of fun, pleasure. It could be pain. I'm really joking, but you just never know. So, Leo, you're on a roll, you're on a ball, especially when the sun activates your actual house. It's like, wow, you know, I can really shine. I can have fun. Some of you maybe, you know, this is a time of working, starting a new job, but also working with your kids, doing doing like side hustles, working on like creative projects, definitely passion projects. Some of you Leos are one of those like high flying power Leos, you may be like changing and wanting to like teach children, like doing something creative with children, whether it's drawing, painting, or even acting, something very creative. Or some of you may decide that you actually want to really get your creative juices flowing, a secret passion project that you've hidden into the back corner, and now you're going to bring it out there. I feel a lot of you Leos are going to be dressing very different. We have this lunar eclipse, which is in your 10th house. So, like I said before, you're going to be changing your job, a job that you've been bound and chained to. Or you could find that you're going to be a bit more confident, extremely more confident in your job now. Show a bit more of a playful side. And, you know, your energy, whatever you do, Leos, your energy will flow. So people, especially if they really like you, and they actually understand what you're about, your energy will just flow to them, and, you know, the sun will shine on everyone. Okay? So I feel really excited for a lot of you Leos this month, especially you got Venus there, you got the sun there, you got the new moon there. There's a brand new beginning for a lot of you Leos, and whenever Sagittarius is shining on you, it's no time like the present to get what you need to get done. So the cards that you have, you got emotional cards, you have water cards with the Queen of Cups. So, you know, you're listening to your desires, you're listening to what your heart is saying. Your emotions, I feel, is really going to flow. And, you know, you may feel, because, you know, the 5th house is also to do with love, you know, who you're dating. So some of you single Leos may be trying to find the perfect one, or you just want to have fun. But I feel that you emotionally, you could feel extremely, very much emotional. It could be quite moody, you know, you could also be picking up a lot of energies from like people that you're dating. Very sensitive towards a lot of people's feelings. And that's what the Queen of Cups is all about. It's very sensitive, but it's also very creative. So I feel that if you want to channel your emotions in a great way, in a high vibration way, is to be creative, is to start drawing, start writing, you could be speaking. Do, you know, because that's how you raise your vibrations, Leo, when you are shining. So find something that makes you shine. And even with the water card is of motions are flowing. So I feel anything that is within you, and if you feel that it's dampening you in any way, put it on paper. Talk to someone as well. finding ways to channel your emotions this month so that it doesn't drown you is the only way in order for you to survive this month. And especially with the lunar eclipse in your 10th house, you know, you may be picking up a lot of changes within your job. You may be feeling that, you know, you can't express yourself in a way that you want to. You may not be having fun. So it's about creating your own fun. I do still definitely feel that if you've not even thought of something that you've always loved to do, I feel that it's a great time to be starting to do it now. Because work can really put a lot of pressure on you, and it can make you forget what you're all about. So I feel this month you're going to find out what you're about, and you know, you're the king and queen of the star sign. You know, you're the lion. So, you know, get those creative juices flowing, and also don't forget to have fun as well, Leos. Hello, Virgo. So a lot of this energy in your November time is in your 4th house. So how are you, Virgo? How are you going to feel and how are you going to be? A lot of calming down energy, a lot of connecting to home, family and your roots. A lot of thoughts and feelings are going to be coming here as well. You got a lot of Sagittarius energy with Venus being there and Mercury being there. And because you're ruled by Mercury, you know, I feel that a lot of your feelings are going to be very sentimental. But definitely you'll be working through these things as well. And because it is party season, you know, there may be some open communication about any traumas or hurts. And it might feel quite lighthearted. It may not feel too, you know, deep or too emotional. But still, Virgos, you know, we always have to go through this energy every single year. And there's more or less no time like the present to do this. So, yes, we also have a lunar eclipse, which is in your... lunar eclipse, which is in your 9th house. So there could be you working, really deciding to publish something, you know, and it could be, and also not only just publish, but doing something to do with higher learning. And because you're a sign that loves to learn, this is going to be great for you. You know, some of you could decide that you want to be a trainer or a mentor, or, you know, work in the court or law. You may be deciding you want to study like philosophy. This is to do also with your mindset, you know. So there's a lot of changes that are definitely happening for a lot of you Virgos this month. Some things may be not moving very fast. Some things may be moving very slow. This month may be a time for you to slow down, like, you know, slow your roll, because, you know, when the sun moves into your 5th house, that's when the energy picks up again. When we come to your cards, you have Capricorn with the 2 of Swords. So, guys, Virgos, whenever we see a 2, this is about decisions that are being made, or you're balancing something. So, with the Capricorn card, is that, yes, this is telling me that there's a bit of a serious energy that's coming up. Again, someone else had a Capricorn as well. And, you know, Saturn is a Saturn card. It's also to do with, you know, karma, hard work. So you guys may be, you know, I am picking up, I'm just being honest, I am picking up some of you maybe really sort of like pushing yourself to complete something, but, you know, you're working against the tide. And, you know, I feel a lot of you are taking a lot of things seriously, but there's lots of changes that are happening. It's like a wheel of fortune, because number 10, and it's like the wheel of fortune. So there are changes unfolding. And this card is also saying that even if you have an inkling or a feeling or wanting to do something, there's also something that's going to be coming up. as well. So it's about working with it, working with your emotions, because this is very much an emotional month. So working with your emotions, because there's going to be ebb and flow of changes. And there's some things you may not be able to control. Okay? It's not to say that you shouldn't try to. It's just saying that, you know, with the Capricorn card, it's like climbing that career ladder, climbing that mountain of, you know, especially of seriousness. And also I'm picking up getting to the root of something. There's something that's also going to be coming up. So it does feel quite auspicious or suspicious in a way. And even with the Two of Swords cards, it is about, you know, it's about being trapped within a mindset. But it's also about you balancing things. It's also to do with like possibilities that are coming. So there are things that are coming up this month that you could be in two minds about. And again, the card is about not trying to control an outcome, or I mean, an enemy also came up. So I don't know. That might be something that could be of thing to you as well. But yes, so it's about, you know, the Two of Swords is, you know, it's about the swords closing and the veil is covered around the eyes. So it's about opening up your eyes to new possibilities. Open up your eyes to things that, again, that are not seen or unseen, but also opening your eyes to things that are going to be changing within you, because this eclipse is going to be very beneficial to you. It's also going to be changing you in a way, especially like your mindset and your mind thoughts. So not only is it an emotional month for a lot of you Virgos, it is a month that there's lots going to be ebbs and flows too. Hello Libra, how are you? And welcome to your November, where a lot of this energy is connecting to how you communicate, your immediate environment, your neighbors and your siblings. So very busy time for a lot of you Librans, extremely busy time, because I feel a lot of you will feel definitely it's very much a party season. Even if you're single or you are coupled up, a lot of flirting going on, a lot of exchanging numbers, exchanging ideas, making new friends. You know, you got Venus in your third and you also got Mercury there. So this is going to increase your whole awareness of how, you know, this is going to be. You know, you could be celebrating Christmas a little bit earlier for some of you. You know, we're coming from your 7th to your 8th with your relationship sector. And sorry, yes, we're coming from your 1st or even 2nd actually to your 3rd. So you got your money sector, and we're moving into your communications, you know, Scorpio and Sagittarius. So yes, once again, a very busy time of learning and sharing, a time that some of you may decide that you want to enhance your skills in some way. And, you know, we're coming up to the end of this year anyway. You know, we also have a lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is in your 8th house. And I've said this before, and I'll probably continue to say this. Whenever Taurus is highlighted, you're going to be feeling it, because you're both ruled by Venus. And, you know, some people think that Taurus and Libras don't get on, but you sort of actually do. You know, even though it's earth and air, you both are quite similar in that you want peace, and, you know, you'll do anything to remain cordial with anyone. And you have the love of beauty and, you know, fashion and all of that. But yes, so I'm going to do a full video on that anyway, so don't worry. But yes, a very busy time of even communicating with your partner, or even if you are dating. Some of you can meet friends in your immediate circle. So the card that you have, Libra, you have Leo, with the Magician. And it's funny because the third house is ruled by Gemini, and the Magician is a Gemini card. So these are telling me, and also with the Leo card, so these things are telling me that it's a very, very positive time that I'm seeing for a lot of you. Very positive time. And also, not only is it a positive time, it's a time where you guys are, again, exchanging ideas, and it feels like things can definitely come easy to you. If any of you Librans have felt, I know these eclipses may have not been, they may have been very easy for some of you, but may have not been easy for a lot of you, because it's in earth and water houses, to do with like your money and your, things to do with like your partner and shared resources and all of that. But with you Librans, this month, especially with these amazing cards that you have with the Magician, with the Leo card, is that these things are going to definitely come in full circle for a lot of you. And if things have felt really slow this year, you're going to find things really sped up. Like, if you want, it's more or less saying like whatever you're thinking or whatever you want, it can actually come to you very easily. And obviously, it's about putting effort into it as well. It's not like just manifesting. It's about manifesting, but also putting effort into it. So your mind could be very high alert. You could feel that, you might, like a psychic ability, a major psychic ability that a lot of you didn't know that you had. And it's about using it well. If there's something that you want, or you want gains in any way, it's about using it in a way that, a very charming Libran way that you are. And even with the Leo card, I feel that things will come full circle, but also there are going to be a lot of changes as well. I feel some of you will really come into your own when it comes to, because the Leo card is about creativity. So I feel a lot of you, this will actually be the month to be very creative, getting in touch with that sort of like fun side. Even like writing down your goals and dreams and ticking each one off that you've completed, but also having fun in your relationships. If you have children as well, Libra, take them out, take them to the cinema, take them to the park, play football, play games, play all the games that you used to do when you were young. You could actually feel very youthful, more so than ever, Libra. So yeah, a very busy month for you. And yeah, let me know how it goes. Hello, Scorpio. So Scorpio, bit of a quiet one in a way, because no, it's not in a quiet one. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. But yes, this energy is in your second house of money, shared resources. No, not shared resources. That's what you're about. But money and your self-worth, food and creativity. So there could be a lot of that going on. We also have a lunar eclipse, which is in your 7th house. So even though you're not exactly the star of the show, you are the star of the show as well. You're sharing it with Taurus. So your relationships are going to be heightened. Your relationships are going to be on fire. There's a lot going on. And I will do it, and I'll talk about it more when I do the video for this. But yeah, a lot of energies with the first house, Venus and Mercury, all in Sagittarius. So your mind is on the money, and the money is on the mind. You are revved up to go. There could be a lot of business meetings happening this month for you. There could be a lot of you, communicating with people, switching banks, withdrawing money, changing a lot of changes. There could be you switching up what you're eating, thinking about what you're eating, thinking about doing something creative, maybe hanging out with friends, and they could also give you some, if you're needing any help in any way when it's concerning your finances, this is a great month to do it. But also, this is a great month to be, signing contracts, signing anything that is concerned with things that are going to be benefiting you in the future. And, you know, and also a little bit of fun. Yeah, because Jupiter rules your 5th house as well. So this is great to be having some fun. This is great to be investing in a project that you've always wanted to do. Some of you may decide that you want to do self-employment work or like a side hustle. A brilliant month to be doing that. So even though the eclipses are going to be hitting you, you know, there's a brand new start that's going to be happening. You know, there's going to be a lot of releasing and purging going on. And that's what you're all about. So when we come to your cards, you have the Moon with the Queen of Swords. So you're not playing around. You're not playing around when it comes to your emotions. You are going for it. And why not? This month feels very, again, it's going to be an emotional month for you. Even though there's a lot of fiery energy. We're very much an emotional month. Because there's a lot of things that are going to be leaving your life. Whether you're initiating it or it's going to be initiated out. You could feel things on a deeper, personal level, more so than ever. But with the Queen of Swords is asking you to not hold back. Is there things that you want to say and do? Now's the time to do it. The Queen of Swords is a card that is about bam, 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 bam. You know, it's about you going through a lot, but you're going to be erasing stuff out that, again, mentally is not going to be serving you. So there could be a very shocking side that comes out for a lot of you this month. But this month is about elimination, but also emotions. So again, remaining in touch with your feelings, remaining in touch with your emotions, Scorpio, again, is going to be the key for you. But also, you know, if you are feeling indecisive in any way, or if there's things that you need to decide, I feel that once you make that decision, you're going to really go for it. And, you know, you'll be very surprised that you're not going to be looking back. The Moon card is actually a beautiful card. The Moon card in astrology is actually a Pisces card. And it does deal with like the fluctuations of the moods. So if you are feeling, you know, which I wouldn't be surprised if you are not feeling quite moody or hyper emotional, you know, spending time and grounding yourself in a way that can help you balance will be the main key. But again, you know, you are eliminating a lot of things. You are moving forward and you don't want to be held back in any way. Hello, Sagittarius. So, Saggies, this is in a lot of this energy is in your 1st house. You know, we moved from your 12th, now moving into your 1st. Even though, Saggies, I know that November is your season as well, I feel it's more your season when it comes to December. Okay, I feel very much when it comes to December, but still, energies in the 12th and the 1st, you know, some of you Sagittarius could be still, you know, just waking up because, you know, some of you may just be really gung-ho and let's just do it, but some of you may just be having to ease yourself into things being in the 1st house. And also we have a new moon, which is in your 1st house. And if you are November Saggies, you're going to be really feeling this. It's a brand new time, a brand new dawn, a brand new day for you to revitalize yourself when it comes to your, when it comes to like your finances, when it comes to your, you know, shared resources, but also when it comes to your work, your home life, your relationships, business and personal. You know, it can actually feel quite an emotional new moon for a lot of you. I will be doing a full video on that, so really look out for that. But yes, some of the emotional energies will be drawn to like, you know, when it comes to like relationships, I do feel, but amongst all the other stuff that I spoke about. And also with the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is in your 6th house. This is going to be highlighting a new theme when it comes to your, again, when it comes to your work life, your health, and your, sorry, yes, and your, and you know, your daily routines. So it's a big one. It's a, yeah, it can actually feel like a massive one for a lot of you. So when we come to your cards, you have the Seven of Swords with the fire. Now, the Seven of Swords, it means, you know, there can be some deceit along the way during this month. It could be you sort of like deceiving yourself into thinking that everything is fine, but underneath it all, it's not. And I come back to when I said that some of you may be easing yourself into. So I feel some of you try not to push yourself too hard this month, especially when it goes to like your solar return. Happy birthday, especially if you're November, if you are November Sagittarius. Yeah, so I feel that there can be deception along the way when it's concerning like your authentic self. And some of you may feel that you have to sort of like have this like jolly face on, even though you don't really feel like it. And it can come across as trickery or fake or trickery, any of them. You know, they're more or less the same thing. So I do feel that try to be yourself as much as you can. It may not be easy, you know, work life, there can be things that are leaving. There can be things that are like really topsy-turvy. There's nothing you will be able to do about it. But I feel that once the new moon goes into your sign, then, you know, all things will start to make sense. You know, regardless of what happens, you got the fire card as well. So your energy is still there. Your energy is telling me your energy is bright and burning. But try to be yourself, because I feel that if you are, the card's saying if you're not going to be yourself, it can be found out. If you don't want to do something, Sagittarius, just don't do it. If you haven't got the energy for something, you know, rest. If you are not feeling someone, just don't be around them. If you've got something to say, say it. You know, I feel that there's only so much that you guys could really take this month. And I feel that especially the eclipse is going to really show you that, you know, there's something, you know, there's only so much basically that you can take. So try to be yourself. And, you know, the fire card is actually a big savior for this, because it's showing you that, you know, that's the heart of you. The heart of you is the fire. The heart of you is the Saggy. The heart of you is a person that likes to go places and discover new things. So keep those fires burning, okay? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your November 2022 reading. So, Capricorn, not long to go till it's going to be your birthday season. Not long to go, Capricorns. Now, a lot of this energy is in a house that is quiet time. So you, even though some of you may be pushing yourself a lot, you know, because a lot of you are very hardworking, you know, your body, I feel, will let you know, and your mind would let you know, you know what, try and just do that tomorrow. Just do that tomorrow. Don't, you know, or let someone else do it, or ask for help. But it's time to rest. I feel a lot of you are going to be hearing a lot of those messages. And before the sun goes into your sign, because it's going to be in December, it's going to be, you know, Christmas, you know, we are more or less easing into like holiday November season. You Capricorns, it may take a lot of your, a while to feel that, you know, because it feels like things are like coming to a head. There's things that you need to do, but this month, November, is going within, seeking solace, releasing anything, undoing, relaxing, napping, and resting. And if there are things that you're going to do, it's like doing it behind the scenes and doing it and working with your energy, because I'm not going to lie, Capricorns, it's an emotional month for you. Your energy is not going to be as high as you want it to. You can feel quite lethargic. Even the Capricorns that are very much into like their work and their ambitions, you may find this month you won't complete all what you can. Okay. And, you know, your mind definitely can be still very busy. You know, you can be, you know, thinking of things to do, thinking of things you need to complete, you know, setting yourself new goals, dreaming and wishing, and a lot of that can still happen, but it's just like the body's just not going to be there too much. So especially with Venus being in your 12th, and you know, a lot of these things are going to be behind the scenes. Anything creative, if you're going to be seeing someone, it could be very low key. If you're going to be spending anything to do with like money, you know, you may find that some of you may spend more, some of you may not be spending more. When it comes to like with Mercury being in your 12th as well, you know, your mind is going to be on fire, but still, you know, you have to listen to your, you know, your overall feelings. But even with the lunar eclipse in Taurus in your 5th house, this is going to be about releasing about stuff. You might be bringing out a project. So even things being in your 12th house, this is about you working on something. When a lunar eclipse comes, it's about you releasing it. But definitely to work with your energy this month. And the card that you have is the Emperor with Pisces. Wow. And Pisces actually rules your 12th house. So the Emperor is of a person that is, you know, very sturdy, ambitious, goal-oriented. It doesn't take any crap. And I feel that's a lot of you Capricorns. Some of you Capricorns could be Aries rising or Aries moon. So you could be, you know, ready, revving to go. But also, again, there's the 12th house is ruled by Pisces, and it also the 3rd house is ruled by Pisces. So again, I feel a lot of you are feeling, you know, regardless of the energies, there's a lot of ambition. There's some people may find with you Capricorns that even though you may not be at your highest or appear that you're not your highest, people may still will take the piss with you. They still will be, some people may feel quite weary of you. If you're feeling very emotional this month, Capricorns, which I doubt you won't be, you know, a lot of you will be, take time out. Take time out. You know, if you're lucky to be near a beach, if you're lucky to be near the ponds or near the sea, take that time out just to, you know, regroup and relax. But also, I can't tell you not to be ambitious, because that is naturally innate in you. So I feel if you've got any like projects, I feel some of these projects definitely will be something that's going to be advancing you in your career. And I feel that it is something that you have made up yourself, not necessarily you're working for someone on it. It's about definitely yourself. But again, these two cards are showing that, you know, if you're going to be doing something for yourself, it's about yourself. But the Piscean card is giving you those dreams, but it's also showing you when to relax. Okay, because sometimes when you relax, that's when the inspiration does come. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your November 2022. And a lot of this energy is concerning, it's actually in your house of friends, goals, groups, organizations. So again, you're going to have a busy time this month. You know, moving from your 10th of your career, and now we are in your 11th, your actual house. So how does it feel? You are definitely wrapping things up. You are definitely going to be busy. Definitely going to be seeing your friends. Definitely be organizing things, whether it's humanitarianism work, protests, you know, getting gains from people, all of that, Aquarius. And especially with like the new moon being in your 11th, with Mercury being there and Venus being there. You know, any of you who are single, you'll be meeting people through friends, meeting people through groups, protests, you know, sharing goals and ideals with these types of people, and loads of communication this month. And, you know, Aquarius, a lot of you, you know, you've been through the mile, and I'll talk about it more in December, you know. But, you know, I feel that you guys are determined this month to have fun, determined to mingle and talk to people, make new friends. This month really does feel like determination, and so it should. You have a lunar eclipse which is in your 4th house, so there are themes, especially you early degrees Aquarius, there are themes that are connected to home, roots, an emotional time. And if there's things that you guys are really holding on to, you know, this will definitely be released within the home. Especially if you're looking to move home or renovate the home in some way, secrets coming out to do with like your past, all of this is definitely coming out. But it is a busy month for a lot of you Aquarius. A lot of you may actually start to, in a strange way, feel at home as well. So the tarot card you have is Virgo with the 4 of Pentacles. Well, my eyes really going to Virgo, you know, the Virgo's oracle card. And this card is definitely about, you know, on the mental. It could be, you know, you taking care of yourself. It could also be you taking care of your mental health and fixing things, being diligent, your work life. I feel a lot of you are definitely going to be busy when it comes to socializing. So with this card being a Mercury card, it is a card of general communication. But there is a sense that things may, in a way, not in a strange way, slow down. Because with the 4 of Pentacles, it's about what we're holding on to. So your ideals, some of your ideals, or some of what your thoughts and feelings are, you know, especially if you're like, not even necessarily stuck to them, but if these are what your beliefs are, you really have to look at that. And I feel that people that you meet this month, they can actually change your ways, change things that you are sort of like holding on to, especially if you are one of those Aquarius that does things at the same time, the same hour. It's about you looking at that, or it's about people that can help you see another side. And it may not be easy, you know, because even though you're ear, you are fixed ear. So your beliefs are, that is what I believe in. This is what I'm all about. So again, a very busy month for a lot of you. You know, again, you're a fixed sign. So these eclipses are going to be hitting you. But there's going to be a bit of shredding going along. And a lot of you guys, some of you guys will have to really work through it. And some of you may be wanting to be busy because there's things that are coming up that needs to be thought about on a deeper level, you know. So it's about distinguishing where your mind is at, and also how you want to keep busy so you don't have to really think about it. So a busy month for Aquarius, but also a lot to think about in terms of like your beliefs and what needs to be let go of. Hello Pisces, yes, you are always last, but, you know, never least. So Pisces, a lot of this energy is in your 10th house of career, fame, status, bosses, promotions, and all of that, and father figures. So, yes, it's going to be squaring you this month, but, you know, because you share Jupiter with Capricorn with Sagittarius, you may be on a roll. You may be fired up, especially the new moon being in your 10th house. You know, a big time for your career. A lot of you will be seen. You know, this has been a big year for you. A big year for you, especially with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in your sign. You know, the nodes are really helping you as well. This is a big time. So what are you going to do with it? You know, some of you could decide that, you know, some of you can get promoted, working towards a promotion. being more seen in your job. There could be more money that can come. You know, it's a big time for a lot of you Pisces, and some of you should be feeling, or all of you should be feeling quite happy. You know, this year hasn't been easy for a lot of us, but, you know, the main thing is that we've made it. So, yes, a lot of energies in your 10th, a lot of communicating going on. Some of you could be signing contracts. Some of you could be, you know, being blessed with new friends, especially because we got Jupiter, which is in your house again until December. You know, so there could be a lot of blessings that come. And with the node being in your, the nodes being your third, but also with this lunar eclipse being in your third, there are things that will come out to the surface. There could be secrets. There could be you also releasing a project like a book or like a podcast or a blog. A lot of these things are coming up. There could be friends that can come back as well for a lot of you. You know, it could be friends coming back. But again, it might be emotional. It might not be. It might be. I just feel it's going to be a very busy time for a lot of you, especially compared to last year. Okay. And again, with the Venus being in your 10th house as well, this is a great time for you to be creative and getting your stuff out there, getting any creative stuff out there, or even, you know, if you're single, you could meet someone at work as well, or, you know, your superiors could be really looking at what you're doing and thinking, you know what, you are the one. So yes, it does square you, but still, you can still shine. When we come to your cards, you've got the 10 of Pentacles with Neptune. Wow. Pisces, this is a major one. So the 10 of Pentacles is about things coming to fruition. You're feeling content. You know, you've reached your goal. Now you can sort of rest. With the Neptune card, you are ruled by Neptune. So I feel in the end, you are coming to an end of a cycle, end of a journey. I feel a lot of you are definitely going to be looking back and seeing how far you've come. I feel a lot of Pisceans have, you know, probably have gained some notorious fame, whether it's good or bad. But I feel a lot of you are really coming into your own. And that's what these cards are saying. Neptune card is showing me that, you know, even though it's an end of a cycle, but I feel that some of you are going to be recycling things, like recycling an old project, recycling a meditation practice, or a time of, I feel this time may be you guys, whether it's November or December, you're really looking to sort of heal yourself. You're looking to heal any past hurts. It could be an old job as well. I feel a lot of you definitely could be getting a raise and a promotion. If you're working for yourself, there could be lots of, you know, new customers that come. If you haven't been working on a creative project, especially Saturn being in your 12th, there could also be you getting back to that and really focusing on that to really put it out there, especially before Saturn goes into your first house. So things actually feels that things are coming full circle. Things feel that things are really, really looking up for a lot of you. You know, again, I feel a lot of you are going to be very busy as well. It is like holiday season, so you could be, you know, meeting up with people, going to like Christmas office parties, all of that. And yeah, it feels very much like a good time for a lot of you Pisceans. So guys, that was the November for all of the signs. Thank you guys so much for listening. Feel free to, you know, like, share and subscribe, and let me know how November has gone for you. And yes, thank you very much. If you listen to the whole video, thank you very much for staying the course. And if you just gone through your signs, it's all good as well. But once again, thank you guys for listening. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.